guys, this is Northstate's Fittest 2014 Workouts and Movement Standards. Event 1. Event 1, we're going to give you 4 minutes to establish a 1 rep max front squat. Event 1 Movement Standards. The bar will be racked at the start of the 4 minutes with adequate weight laying on the sides of the bar. The athlete will then proceed to start their first lift. They can lift as many times as they want. Whatever their highest achieved rep is during that 4 minutes will be counted as their score. Athlete will then take the bar off the rack and perform a full front squat. The judges will be looking to see that the hips are dropping below the knees in the bottom and that the hips are returning to a full standing position at the top. If the athlete does not reach full range of motion on the way down, it will be considered a no rep. If the athlete cannot stand all the way up, they hit full range of motion at the bottom but cannot stand all the way up, it will be a no rep. Event 2. Event 2 is going to be 25 wall ball shots. It's going to be a 30-pound ball for men, 20-pound ball for ladies. Men are going to throw to a 10-foot target. Ladies are going to throw to a 9-foot target. Then 25 pull-ups, then 25 thrusters. Prescribed weight 115 for the men, 75 for the ladies. 25 pull-ups, 25 wall ball shots, 25 chest bar pull-ups. Finally, 25 thrusters and 25 chest bar pull-ups. Event 2, movement standards. For the wall ball standards, we're looking to see that the athlete reaches a full depth squat in the bottom. We're looking to see that the hips drop below the knees and that the ball reaches the target of 9 feet for ladies and 10 feet for the men. The 9-foot mark you will see is the line between the black painted area and the white painted area. We want to see the ball reach the red painted area. For the men, we want to see the ball reach into the white painted area. If the athlete does not reach a full range of motion with the squat, it will be considered a no rep. If the athlete does not reach the designated area on the wall, it will also be a no rep. If the athlete lets the ball bounce and picks it up on the bounce, continuing to the next rep, it will be a no rep. Standards for the pull-up. The athlete can choose between doing a strict pull-up, a kipping pull-up, or a butterfly pull-up. The athlete must start in the hanging position with the shoulders open, with the elbows open, and must get their chin at a position higher than the bar. If the athlete does not start from a fully hanging position, it will be considered a no rep. If the athlete is not achieving a chin over the bar, it will also be considered a no rep. Movement standards for the thruster. The barbell will be preloaded to the prescribed weight. The athlete may perform a squat clean thruster on their first rep. We're looking to see that on every rep, the hips are dropping below the knees in the bottom portion of the rep, and that the athlete is locking the barbell out overhead at the finish of each rep. We're looking to see that the arms are in line with the body and that the elbows are straight with the barbell overhead. If the athlete does not reach full depth in the bottom of the front squat, it will be considered a no rep. If the athlete does not lock out overhead, it will be a no rep. Standards for the chest bar pull-up. The athlete will start in the hanging position with the shoulders open and the elbows fully extended. The athlete will then perform either a strict pull-up, a kipping pull-up, or a butterfly pull-up. At the end of the movement, their chest must physically come in contact with the bar. If the athlete does not start with elbows fully extended, it will be considered a no rep. If the athlete does not make contact with their chest to the bar, it will be a no rep. Event 3. Event 3 is going to be a chipper. It's going to start with 15 handstand push-ups, 20 toes to bar, 25 cleans, 30 box jumps, 25 cleans, 20 toes to bar, and lastly 15 handstand push-ups. The prescribed weight for the cleans is going to be 135 for men, 95 for ladies, and the box jump height for the men will be 24 inches and 20 inches for the ladies. Event 3, movement standards. Movement standards for the handstand push-up. The athlete will be performing either a strict handstand push-up or a kipping handstand push-up. Both movements will be permitted. The athlete must make their head come in contact with the mat in the bottom and must get a full lockout overhead, the arms in line with the body and the elbows straight. If the athlete does not reach full range of motion, if their head does not come down to reach the mat, it will be considered a no rep. If the athlete does not reach full extension overhead, they cannot lock out the elbows or the shoulders, it will be considered a no rep. At the top, we are looking to see that the athlete is not resting against the wall with their body. At the top, only the feet must be touching the wall. The athlete's palms must stay inside the square during the reps. Here you see an example of the fingers crossing lines. This is acceptable. As soon as any part of the palm reaches that line or goes over it, it will be a no rep. Movement standards for the toes to bar. The athlete will start hanging from the pull-up structure and must bring both feet to touch the bar inside the area where their grip is on the bar. The feet must come up and touch simultaneously. Any scissor kicking of the bar will be considered a no rep. Kicking the bar outside the hands will also be considered a no rep. When coming down, the athlete must bring the feet behind the vertical line created by the body underneath the bar. If the athlete does not reach full extension, it will be considered a no rep. Movement standards for the clean. Both the squat clean and the power clean may be utilized for this movement. The bar must start on the ground. Any version of a hang clean will be a no rep. The finish position up top, we're looking to see that the elbows are out in front of the bar and not behind the bar. If they are behind the bar, that will be considered a no rep. The athlete must stand all the way up upon receiving the bar at the shoulders and extend the knees completely before the bar starts back down towards the floor. If the bar starts back down towards the floor before the athlete has stood up, it will be considered a no rep. We will also be looking to see if the athlete is bouncing the bar off of the floor. Any intentional bending of the elbows before the bar has touched the ground will be considered a no rep. Movement standards for the box jump. The athlete will perform the box jump by jumping with 2 feet and landing with 2 feet on the box. The athlete will then open their hips and knees fully before returning to the floor by either stepping or jumping. If the athlete jumps on the box but does not extend their hips on the box fully, it will be considered a no rep. If the athlete jumps on the box and extends the hip by jumping off of the box, it will also be considered a no rep. If the athlete jumps and the feet do not touch the box together, in other words, the athlete jumps, lands on one foot, and then the other foot hits, it will be considered a no rep. Step-ups will also not be permitted. It must be a box jump. The floater event will start with 7 stone cleans. Prescribed weight will be 144 for men and 93 for ladies, followed by 14 erg facing burpees, finishing with 21 calories on the row. Floater movement standards. Movement standards for the Atlas stone clean. The stone will start on the floor. The athlete will then clean the stone to their shoulder and throw it over. If the athlete does not drive the stone completely over the shoulder, it will be a no rep. For the erg burpees, the athlete will be facing the erg to start. The athlete will then perform the burpee, starting on 2 feet and jumping over to the other side. The athlete will then turn around and perform another burpee on the other side, facing the erg as well. We're looking to see that the burpee is performed facing the erg and not off to an angle. If the burpee is performed at an angle to the erg other than perpendicular, it will be a no rep. If the athlete does not touch the chest to the ground on each of the burpees, it will also be considered a no rep. If the athlete jumps over the erg and leaving on 1 foot or landing on only 1 foot at a time, it will be considered a no rep. We will allow the burpee to count, but the athlete then must jump back over from 2 feet and land on 2 feet. Finishing the burpees, the athlete will then jump on the row machine and do 21 calories as quickly as possible to conclude the workout.